One of the complaints about search is how many of the results in the SERP are like almost like too timely. Let's say someone enters the news, there's a headline about so-and-so. I'm like, I'm really curious about this person. And so I like search their name and I get like 10 results or however many results, all from the last day since they made the news. And it actually is sort of difficult for me to find information that didn't have the context of the news, so it was like unbiased in some way. Is that recognized as an issue? Because I certainly feel it as a user, but I'm curious from your perspective at Google, whether this is something that you think about as a way in which search becomes less than ideal.
One of the things that's very challenging about search is that people enter the same query with that's often very short, with a lot of different intents in mind, right? And so, in a bunch of the examples where you have, probably our data says that most people just want to see the recent articles, and those are the ones that get all of the clicks, but you didn't, right?
Yeah.
And so, how do we figure out across all of the different intents and match them across? One of the interesting things about the evolution with AI is that people stop talking just in keywordese as much and they start expressing more of what they want. And then that becomes much easier for us to give an answer, right? So if you say, tell me about someone versus like what's new with someone, that's actually much easier for us to figure out how to give better results than if all we just say is someone, right? We also see that with tensions on things like, well, do you want video results or do you want more text-based results? People are very opinionated about what the right answer is, but they are not very opinionated in the same direction.